guys? This is Robert from the Big Red Jeep Project. Today we are working on the Big Red Jeep. If you've been following along, you've been seeing us working on the Hummer lately. We're almost done with that project. Couple things to tune out. For right now, we're going to be doing the Quality Custom Driveshaft. We're going to be dropping the differential and throwing the creative steel bushings in there. We're going to be replacing our tie rod ends with Jeeperf's tie rods. We'll be doing the Xbull winch on here, and then we'll also be throwing a power stop brake kit in there. We'll be doing the NGK O2 sensors and the Detroit hubs also, because ours are pretty rusted and have seen better days. So we'll get to this right now. This video right here, you're going to be seeing me just kind of break down the car all the way so it's naked on the bottom. I'm going to be using a 3-ton jack, just some basic sockets. I've got a breaker bar, impact, an electric impact like this. This is a good tool to have. And then yeah, just have a good plethora of sockets and you should be alright. So let's get to it. Wheels. If the car does decide to start shaking, sliding, this will stop it. Alright, that one wheel span. This one is about to. Beautiful. My jack's nice. Cool. And cool. So yeah, I'm just going to take the calipers and the rotors off first. And put those back on last. Alright, I got this back bolt. It's 14 for the caliper on the top and bottom. Sometimes these bolts get seized. They take quite a bit of pressure. There's blaster that you can use. It's a can of spray that eats at rust. And then you can also use breaker bars and pipes. That's good. Then I got this big bolt back here. 21. Alright guys, so our brakes are seized and we're replacing the rotors and the calipers. So we're just kind of taking this off as one piece. Just pulled it off the hubs, and we're also replacing the hubs, so yeah, we're just going to trash those. But it was a 21 on the back and a 14 for the brake pads. So if you're replacing those are the sockets you will need. So we got those rotors off. Like we told you, we're scrapping our rotors and our calipers. So we're just kind of trashing those. All we have to do is take the brake line off of them. So we're Putting those aside for right now. Now we're to the hubs. The axle bolt is a 36. We're using this guy, and one of these big guys are really effective at getting these off. Oh, I need an extension. 36 on here. Twist it right off. This tool is amazing. Harbor Freight. I think you pay like $100 for it or something. Definitely worth it. Got this guy off. Now we gotta get the tie rod, and we gotta get the upper control arm too. What is this? 21? Alright, so it's a 21 or a 7/8. I'm gonna use the 7/8. Tie rod, and we got it. Same one, 7/8. So 7/8 or a 21 for the upper control arm and the tie rod. Leave this on for a sec so it doesn't drop out. Alright, tie rod's right there also. And then we need this sway bar. So a 3/4 or an 18. So we took off the rotor, the caliper. We're gonna unconnect the brake line, put a bolt through that, and then just slap on the new calipers and rotors. We undid this axle nut, the sway bar bolt, tie rod bolt. As you can see, upper control arm is loose as well. And then we'll get this king nut off right now. And then yeah, this should just come right out of here. Guys, might be a little loud. I'll put some music over this part. We're gonna get this king nut off, and it's got a little king pin in it. Basically, you unbend the pin so it's straight. I do that with vice grips. There you go. It's gonna come out like that, and you can reuse it. You can pinch it down and just twist it again. All this does is stop it from rotating. The king nut we got down here is a 21, and I believe a 3/4 was the measurement on that. I'm wrong, it's a 21, not a 3/4. Just a 21. There we go. This is why we left the JBA nut a little tighter, so this whole thing doesn't just come dropping out on us. We still gotta disconnect our ABS line. Don't forget about that. Oh, this ratchet is gnarly, bruh. Got that king nut off. Here it is. And now we're gonna get this ABS line. You wanna make sure to take that off, you will break it. What is that? 5/6? That's a 5/6 Allen key. Shouldn't be on there too tight. 5/6. If anybody has a trick for this, let me know. I broke the other two last time we did this install, and I'm pretty sure I'm about to break them again. Alright guys, we came to this side of the car. We broke it down the exact same way you just saw. Now we're working on this brake line. Basically just wiggle, 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 wiggle until you get it out. If your car's rusted, you'll probably break it. We're about to break like our second set, so. It's raining, so there might be a little bit of background noise. We're ready to get this hub off. We ended up using this ABS line, right, getting this out. And now it's just about getting this unseated and this unseated. So if you've ever done this before, sometimes it's good to jack it up and hammer it. Sometimes not, we'll see. So I put a jack under this control arm, lifted it like this much, and that puts a little bit of pressure and lets the knuckle hang freely. You can take a hammer. Some people don't like doing that because it can crack this. You hit it kind of softly, get a few vibrations, and then it'll come popping out. Make sure you catch it or else it'll come flying out. And then this should just come out now, yeah? Woo! Oh yeah. Nice and heavy. Now we're gonna bash out this hub, show you guys how we install the new one, and then yeah, do the tie rods and keep on chugging along. Oh. So we got the other knuckle off. I didn't get to show you guys that, but what I'm gonna do is I will be taking my 3-ton jack and I'll be lifting it right here, about 1 inch off, not even half an inch off the ground, and that'll let this knuckle sit there freely. So let me do that. So you see I took a little bit of weight off the car there. You're gonna need a hammer. Let's see if I can twist this off my finger. No, I cannot. Alright, so after we get this nut off, we'll have everything hanging freely. Don't forget how heavy this super lift knuckle is. Pull your ABS line out of it as well so it doesn't rip it off. Come on, baby. Damn, that broke. Alright. Mine broke off in there. Try not to do that. So I have a little bit of weight taken off the car. I like to use a metal hammer. You guys might choose not to, but it causes a little bit of vibration. There you go. The top one just came loose. I'll get a little bit, get it in my way. There we go, and it just dropped out. I like to pull it forward, lift it a little bit. Bam, we are out with another knuckle. And basically we're ready to do all of our videos now. We'll be doing the tie rod ends, we'll do the wheel hubs. We're going to change all this, we're changing the rotors, the calipers, and then we're going to jump under the car and start doing the differentials and all that stuff. So I got a 15 right here. I don't know why I grabbed this, I'm not using it. Shouldn't be anything crazy. Alright, that guy's loose. Alright, now get these 3 bolts off. Now I got these 3 bolts out of here. Now let's hammer it out. I just said Hummer. Huh? I just said Hummer. Oh my gosh, it just fell right out. Alright guys, so usually on my last one it was so rusted I had to sit here and beat this thing to get a good angle on the ground. Give some good hits right there, and this will pop out right away. You can look at our round 1 videos to kind of get a little bit more of an idea on the wheel hub and how we bored out this and how we saved these. Your hub up. Oh, alright, popped out. Now, you want to take a hammer and you want to sit there and put it at an angle and hit it right there. Boom, it'll whack out. Cool. What we're doing now, because we're trying to get the creative steel bushings and we're going to drop the differential, we're going to need to take off this clevis and we're just going to pull it forward and we're going to pop this guy out and then we'll get to the differential. So, get this bolt out. It's a 15/16 right here on the other side. Push it off. Just crack that off. We got this big bolt out of here. Just took a little bit of wiggling. You're gonna pull it a little bit forward. We need to get a good angle on this CV. I'm gonna push it in, pull it out, all right? There you go. Push it in, and jolt it out. Parker taught me that one. It's a cool trick. Now you're gonna just pull this clevis forward, slide it out a little bit, and you see how I just wiggled around there? And boom, you got a CV right there. Put that to the side. We'll move to the other side, do the exact same thing, and then we're on the differential, guys. Alright, what's up, guys? So we are under the car. We're gonna be pulling out the drive shaft. We got the CVs out of here. We undid these clevises, and now we're on this part. So eventually I'm gonna support the differential right here, but for now I'm gonna break these bolts. I got one bolt up here from the Superlift, if you guys remember the Superlift drop brackets. Alright, so I am using 3/4 to get this top right. Superlift bolt off there. Alright, and then I've got this 5/8. We got another bracket that comes up. I'll move you guys back a little bit so you can see. I'm reaching up through here on the left side, the driver's side of the car. And then there's a bracket right here, and it is 5/8. So I'm gonna break that off. Got that one free. We have another bracket that I will show you right there. You guys will see me. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, you guys will see right here, we're going to get these 2 bolts off. And so I'm going to get the jack under here, and I'm going to get all the mounts that I've shown you taken off, and I'm going to drop the diff, and I'll get some video of us lowering the diff. So I just wanted to take a second to kind of show you how I was supporting this diff. I got my 3-ton jack, I got it right under here. I've got all the diff mount bolts broken, so they're ready to be twisted off. And then I'm just supporting the bottom of that jack, and then the bottom of that differential. We still need to pull off that drive shaft, so keep in mind this is how you're going to be pulling off your drive shaft for the Tom Woods drive shaft as well, and then we'll show you how to measure it. Alright, I will get a video of us dropping the diff. I just got to get that drive shaft disconnected, and I can show you right now. You can see the drive shaft right there. There's a couple bolts on there. We're just going to twist those off, and I'll get you the measurements and everything. So I'll be back. So I have this extension right here to get to the drive shaft bolts. The drive shaft bolts are a 15 millimeter. Yep, 15 millimeter, and you can see I used a couple different extensions here. That got me to it, and it zipped it right out with this guy right here. So I'm gonna get these guys out. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them to get out of there, and to rotate the drive shaft, you're gonna have to put the car in neutral. You do it with a little pin, and you hold down for like 10-15 seconds. And then it'll disengage, so you'll be able to rotate it. I needed to get this drive shaft to rotate freely, right? You see how I can rotate it freely now? Now I can get to every single bolt with my extension. I'll bring you up to the top of the car, and I'll show you how to kind of do that. you need to put the battery back on because you took it off earlier. And yeah, let me show you. I'll climb out of here. Oh man. All right. So, what did I do? Still working? All right. Grab this little remote. All right, guys. So jump in your car. Get in here. See, I have my battery on. It's beeping at me right now. Let me close my door. All right, and we got these buttons here. You guys know this. This is how we get into our 4 low. You guys see that? And then I don't know if you've ever wondered what this neutral is for here, but basically you need to put the power back in your car. You need to turn your key to AC. So you'd need to go to here. So your power came on, right? So we've got all our power. Do not turn your car on here. It's not what we need. And then right here, you can see my N is already red. You want to put your foot on the brake, go into neutral, and then you want to click down on this right here. So see how the N went away? And it engaged my 4-wheel drive. So now my drive shaft is stiff. If I am still in neutral, holding on the brake, and I'm going to hold this back down. Alright, 4-wheel drive system is in neutral. I don't know if you can read that, but that's what it said right there. And yeah, so that's what you guys will need to do. And then I put my car back in park now. The 4-wheel drive is in neutral. Turn your car off, throw your keys up there, and then get back to work. Alright, so I'll see you under the car. Got this extension in here. I'm going to get this last drive shaft bolt off. Hold the drive shaft. There we go. Popped up out of there. And what else do I have in there? Let's see. So we should be free from the drive shaft. We are free from the drive shaft. So now I'm going to get this guy out of here. I think we got to drop the diff a little more. So we'll get that, and then I'll get some video of us dropping the diff. So I have the diff completely free. We showed you how to get the drive shaft bolts out. These are the diff bolts. They are 3/4 on one side and 5/8 on the other side. You just get those guys unconnected, and then you'll drop this. I gotta unscrew this last front part of the diff. So it's these guys right here, and I believe they were 15 or 5/8. Got all these bolts out. You keep those by there. So let's see if we can drop it out like this. Haven't tried with the super lift bracket. We might need to actually take this front bushing off, but let's find out. I feel like if we jacked up on this, it's fine.
And we jack up?
I want you to go down. Kind of seems like we're still connected to the drive shaft though.
Drive shaft has like a little thing that'll pop out.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so drive shaft is free. Keep going. Not too fast. Can you pull it forward at all?
Huh?
I think we might have to take off. Drop it. Alright, hold on. I gotta get this sensor off. It's just a clip, right? Alright, there's a clip and it's a sensor, so when you guys drop your differential, is it recording?
Got the breather tube as well. Yeah, it is.
Alright, and then there's a breather tube, so I pull it up from here. Oof, that hurt. Breather tube as well, and then continue to drop. Oh yeah, it drops out nice and pretty. Look at that. Be careful on this part. It's a good 50 pounds. Maybe not. But if you do it safe, you guys should not get hurt here. It's not as scary as it looks, and that's how you drop a differential and remove your drive shaft. Well, separate your drive shaft. Now we'll do the drive shaft. Now we are taking out the drive shaft. I showed you guys how to get it free and how to drop the differential. Now we're going to take out the back side. You can see, oopsies. You can see back there, and we'll go over there. Right there. You guys are gonna have a bunch of bolts you're gonna have to take over here off, each one, just the same way we did it. You're gonna get some extensions, smack these guys off real quick, and then your drive shaft's gonna be completely separated. These are 8mm bolts, so get yourself an 8mm socket. Hopefully I got some good video of this right now. I'm gonna try to get this out with you guys on camera. Just one of the bolts, so you guys can kind of see what you're gonna have to do, and then you guys can do it from there. Alright. Set that guy on. Hold your drive shaft. My extension's a little long. Alright. So we got that one out of there. You guys can see it's possible. Don't be scared to do this yourself, guys. I've never done this one before. I've never even taken out a rear drive shaft before, and it's pretty easy. Save yourself some money. Alright guys, here's the drive shaft. It came out, you go forward, go all the way to the front of the car, and then you want to come back. Oopsies. Shrink this a little bit, make sure you're not getting caught on brackets. Yep, and then just shimmy it out of there. Boom! Got yourself a drive shaft. Alright guys, have fun. We're done with the breakdown. Took a little bit of time. A couple hours, but we got everything that we need to break down broken down. Here's the old drive shaft. Be slapping in that new beefy Tom Woods drive shaft right here. We got the differential for the Creative Steel video. We're gonna be doing that now. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how to install this wheel hub. So, ABS wires on it. So you just get those bolts lined up, flip it over. Wow. Alright, I would recommend getting this finger tightened in there, just so it's not flopping around everywhere. Remember the bolts that you had from the last part, you just reuse them. Alright. Alright guys, then you're just going to torque down these bolts. And then you're done installing that wheel hub. You've got to put the ABS sensor and connect it and everything, and then yeah, you're done. Alright guys, so Parker's got a 3/4 right here. We're taking off the super lift bolts so that we can install the Creative Steel bracket. We got the differential for the Creative Steel video. We're going to be doing that now. This is what ended up happening to them. You're going to scrap them no matter what. There's no way to get those out of there without that. Right now, Parker's over here applying some of this. I'm not even doing it. So, guys, we got these. They're looking real nice. Damn. Creative Steel was wondering whether or not this would be a problem with the bracket. Looks like it's great. It's good. Didn't clamp it much. Didn't do anything to it really. All right. What's up, guys? My name is Robert Schmidt, and this is the Big Red Jeep project. We're going to be doing an oil change video for Amsoil. I'll show you some of their products here. We're using the 5W20 synthetic oil, and you've got this filter here. It's EAO 42. Some of the parts you're going to need, or tools you're going to need to do this video, are 17 mil socket, so you can do the oil plug. And then I don't know if you've ever seen this tool, but it pulls off the filter. I don't think that there's any other tool that's as good as this one. Just grab it like this. And then shove through that tires. What we're going to do is put a little bit of oil on this rubber piece right here so that it doesn't get stuck the next time that we do this. You pour a little bit of your oil on there. Doesn't have to be a lot, and then you just get it on that. Alright, that's how it looks. You get this guy on there. Putting the oil filter back in, you will just hand tighten it in there. Make sure it's on there, take your time. Alright guys, so that's the filter back on. Now we'll see you on the top of the car. We're done with the bottom of the car. You guys got your funnel. Put it in here, and then you start pouring the oil. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It takes just under 7 quarts to fill our engine. That's it for our Amsoil oil change video. We showed you guys how to do the whole oil change, and now you'll be able to do it yourself. Huge shout out to Amsoil and everybody that made this happen. We couldn't do it without you guys. Stay tuned. Look at that. Whoop whoop. We're finishing up our Tom Woods install over here. Getting this back side all backed up and tightened down. Check that out. Scuffed it up a tiny bit, but it's looking awesome. It's much beefier than the stock one. This is an Allen key. They provide you with like M8 or M10. I think it's M10. And then the front keeps the stock bolts that we took off originally. And yeah, don't be scared to do this install. It was actually really easy. Definitely worth it. What's up guys, I'm Robert Schmidt from the Big Red Jeep project. We are going to be installing some superflex tie rod ends right here. These are from Wally at Jeeperf. Huge shout out to you guys. If you guys haven't heard about Jeeperf, they do a plethora of parts for our GW case. So let's get to building this. Alright, they're gonna come together like this. You're gonna take an Allen key, twist it off, it's a 6mm Allen key. And we're gonna go to this part. We decided we're gonna grease it. Can't hurt. Finger in there. Alright. You guys want to be using the red Loctite, don't use any other one. You need the heavy duty stuff. I'm going to take this little bowl, apply some of the Loctite, and just take your finger, making sure it's in all the threads. Pop this guy through. Get this logo. And we're going to pop this guy in like this. Top part on there, I find it's easiest just to like kind of get the bolt in there and then just start threading it and it kind of just puts it in there for you. Get down, really tuck it down. Alright guys, that's how you build these guys, they're rebuildable. Alright guys, so we marked this with a little Sharpie. the Sharpie down there. Don't forget that. And you just twist it up. Look how easy that is. Alright? And if you don't mark your point, I mean, your alignment's going to be way off on it. Oopsies. Alright, let's not do that with the new ones. I'm going to show you guys the new ones next to the old ones. Look at the difference there. Those are absolutely massive. Wooly did an amazing job with these. We're going to install them. I'm trying to do it one-handed. Let's see what I got. Those Jeeperf tie rods are. Ooh, they match the calipers like literally, like perfectly. Install it right now. We got this KB Offroad bumper here. It looks real pretty. I think it looks sweet. Might do some orange accents or something. Alright. So I got these 4 bolts right here. It's got this square locking part. This square part's gonna go inside the winch. Flap right there, and it just slid in. And then line up these bolts right here. Alright guys, so we're going to finish tightening down these 4, and then we're going to go to the top. So we got those 4 bolts tightened down. We got this Xbull plate on here. It's just 2 bolts, boom, boom. And then we got this electrical box on the top. We still got to tighten it down on the back. There's 2 Phillips heads. And if you guys want to come look how we wired these up, I mean they're marked. So yellow goes to yellow, black, black, red, red. And then these little covers will go over these screws to help it when it rains and everything like that. And then you have 1 power cord that comes off the back of this power box. We went into our winch. You guys are going to, our bumper. You guys are going to have different bumpers. If you have the KB Offroad one, it slides straight down, right up through to the back of the radiator, and it actually gives you the perfect amount of room just to slap this on here. You're going to unscrew this bolt, put it on there, and then tighten it, and you're going to be good. The ground goes on the bottom here. Don't forget about that guy. And then there's another little wire here. You got to ground out. We're just going to ground those right here for now. Out, in, and yeah, we got our Xbull winch. We're super excited to be part of the Xbull family. And yeah, if you guys are looking for a good winch, this is a 13,000 pound winch for like a little over 300 installed Xbull winches.